Hello, everybody, and welcome to the SOGOpod. I'm Kinder.
I'm Frank, brought to you in part by
Diamond Dogs, private military contractor.
Thank you, bud.
Oh, so it finally happened. Metal Gear Solid 5 fucking happened.
Oh boy, did it happen.
I'm a diamond dog. I got big.
My zipper broke.
Big boss beat my ass.
My zipper broke. You hear that?
Busted your zipper?
Yeah.
Well, stop whipping it out on the podcast,
I
man.
can't help it. It wants to come out. My solid snake wants to come out.
It's
So
gonna break this rusty cage.
neither one of us have actually beaten this game yet. It's fucking long as shit.
It's massive, and we both have jobs.
Yeah. Even though, like, he had a couple of days. You had a couple of days off.
I had a couple of nights off where I got about 4 hours, and not even that, like 3 hours a piece, 3 hours a night to actually play. And I got a lot done as far as exploring and doing side ops and everything, but I'm way too as you know, I'm way too perfectionist about Metal Gear, and I want to be non-lethal, super stealth as possible. So I kept restarting everything.
Yeah.
Know? And I didn't even think about the fact that side ops don't matter as far as that goes.
Yeah, because you don't rank a side op.
Yeah.
You know?
So I was doing all the side ops trying to get perfect rankings and everything, you know.
Right.
So that slowed me down a lot. So now we're at the exact same point.
Yeah, I don't know. Like somehow, like even though, like, well, I was more gunning through it because I didn't really, you know, even with the missions, like I wasn't paying attention to it. Like I knew that there were other tasks to do, but I just never really did them or never looked at them before I did the mission. So when I got around to actually doing the mission, I'm getting like B's on, like I B's on everything, just B's all over the place.
I think so far I've gotten 2 S rankings, 1 or 2 A rankings, and then like 2 B's.
I'm B and Octopus. Like it's Octopus everything. I don't even know what Octopus is.
It's I think it's non-lethal. You use Trank a lot.
Yeah.
Because I got Octopus too, and now I just unlocked Fox.
What do you do to get Fox?
You don't have to turn off reflex, but you do have to go through
and not get a reflex.
No, you can get reflexes, but you can't get caught.
Oh, okay.
And you can't kill anybody, and you got to do that consistently, like every mission. Wow. I think side ops do count towards actually getting a ranking because I did so many side ops like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I barely even used my damn my assault rifle at all.
Yeah, I've just been interested in seeing all the equipment that I have available for me. So, like, the only problem I have is, like, I guess you have to unlock suppressors. That's, like, another level of a particular piece of equipment.
There's a thing you can unlock. I read about it. I guess you can attach or modify guns so that they will take a suppressor.
Yeah, there's, like, a
so
gunsmith you can get in a side op. And he's like a legendary gunsmith. And I heard about this on a podcast. You get him in a side op, and then at that point you can like essentially tear down all your guns and reconstruct them into different guns.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like, fucking make any gun you want now. Fuck yeah.
Can I have a Trank machine gun?
I already got a Trank machine gun that shoots rubber bullets at motherfuckers. That's fun. It makes the most satisfying sound too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Trank, the rubber bullet assault rifle. Oh my god! It's just like, just you hear the rubber, like hitting the dudes and like they smack them in the head and they go out cold. It's fucking awesome.
It doesn't put them to sleep. It stuns.
It just stuns them. So they're stunned. So you stun a bunch of people and you start faulting everybody. There was one side op that I was doing. It was one of those like capture the highly skilled soldier ones, and I just like kept trying to get it over and over because I wanted to get a lot of these dudes because these dudes, for some reason, this one base was just filled with like B and A level like soldiers. It's like, shit, I need more of those because I got way too many dudes whose like skill is that they're violent.
I know, I got a few of those too, and now that I've gotten sick bay, people are starting to fight. Marker right here. Move this so we can actually face.
Yeah. All right. We're recording on a couch.
Piece of shit. There we go. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, I mean, this has got to be like the most. It's definitely like one of we talked about this before with Kojima's game, Metal Gear Solid games in particular. how they're like not super mechanics heavy.
Yeah.
But there are mechanics there, but they're like for some reason weirdly hidden under
like grip level 2.
Yeah, like weirdly hidden under like layers and layers of Metal Gear Solidness.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like that whole mechanic with the syringes and the emotions and stuff in Metal Gear Solid 4. Don't know anything about it. Never did it, but it's a whole mechanic in the game.
Yeah.
You know, and this game just surfaces all that shit like right away. It basically just it is like the most spreadsheetiest kind of like Metal Gear Solid game. So it's like basically everything's sort of laid out, and there's a lot of context menus and things for certain actions, and so it's such a weird fucking game for a Metal Gear Solid game.
I know, and I think they executed it brilliantly because like the context menus, you can have complete like super civilization or Sims level control.
Yeah, when you're talking about getting down to the nitty gritty of your people in
and
your
you
base.
can just sit there and micromanage like a motherfucker, or you can just right click or what is it, right stick?
Yeah, it's right stick. Yeah,
right stick, assign
everybody. Auto assign everybody. I just did an auto assign because I got the combat unit unlocked, and so I did an auto assign. So like
leveled
the
everything
levels,
down.
Yes, everything just drops in level. But my combat unit went up like right up to like level 9.
Yeah,
because I had so many dudes who I had Fultoned out who were like A rank combat dudes.
Yeah,
but no combat unit, so they're just sitting there in R&D like shoving like 2 screws together trying to make a gun. And they're like, wait, when am I going to be able to kill something? So
your time will come.
Yeah, like, and I just got Kojima. Like he's finally a part of my group.
I'm really waiting for these fucking servers to come up on the console.
Yeah, they've been a bitch. Specifically, they've been a bitch in Xbox One.
Yeah.
Apparently, they are working on PC. Obviously, because I was able to do it. I mean, they go down every once in a while. Like I'll be playing, and they'll be like, "You've been logged out." It's like, because for a while there, I thought my internet just was fucking up on me because it just does that.
Yeah.
Like it just cuts out randomly, but it doesn't usually do that when I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Usually does it when I'm not paying attention to the computer. It'll just be like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna work right now."
Yeah.
But it's not that; it's that their servers are shit and they keep going down. But apparently, Xbox Ones are doing a lot worse.
I haven't once been able to log on.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. I guess because Japanese.
I don't really care about the online mechanic as much as I care about. I want Kojima on my fucking mother base.
The fob shit sounds really cool. I can't wait to start doing it. I'm disappointed in the microtransaction stuff, considering
that's not Kojima though.
Yeah, considering the price of that shit too.
Is it high?
Yeah,
I haven't even looked.
Like, well, you get your first one for free, and to participate in the fob stuff, you only need one.
Yeah.
Now, logically speaking, if you have multiple fobs, you'll have more resources and more ability to go to other people's fobs and steal things, you know. But maybe it is a double-edged sword. You get more fobs, more attacks, that kind of thing. But to purchase another spot in the ocean to place a fob is like 3,000 or 5,000 MB coins, and you don't get 3,000 or 5,000 MB coins just for playing the game.
Oh, really?
You get them as like daily login bonuses that you're not getting right now because you can't log into the fucking servers. So you get them for daily login bonuses, but they only give you like 50.
Oh shit!
But then they do have the microtransaction menu, and it's like 5,000 coins for like $18.
Jesus,
it's like fucking that's a whole other game worth of money that I'm spending to just buy another fob.
Didn't you just give us fucking Ground Zeroes free? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, just like that. That's the only negative thing like about that entire game right now, though, is that exists.
Konami is the only negative thing. Also, there was an article going around talking about how there was some major content pulled.
Yeah.
Neither of us have actually
read
the content.
Neither of us have beaten the game.
Yeah,
2,
so
we've not read the content that is missing.
Because apparently it is spoiler heavy, so don't go looking for it.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, though. There's multiple ways we can look at this. The article in particular came from Kotaku. And it was written by the man who reviewed it, Jason Schreier. And his article went up recently. His actual review went up a couple of days after the game came out.
Yeah.
Which is good. You know, gave himself plenty of time to play it. Beat the game. He said he got the true ending. You know, he's fully beat the game.
Yeah.
It's not like he didn't get 100%.
Of course.
But he did.
Nobody
Right.
Somebody can get one.
Somebody's probably got it.
Not an average guy.
Not your average. Not your dude. Not your guy who has to, work a job.
Yeah.
So he says that was one of his main points in his review. He loved the game, thought it was great. Basically says in the title and throughout the thing, it's an unfinished game. And he keeps referencing back to the same article that he wrote about this one particular missing scene, or maybe multiple missing cutscenes. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, there's been countless reviews for this game.
Yeah.
Countless other people reviewing this game. Not a single other person has ever once mentioned, plenty of people talking about this game. He's the only person who's brought up in the conversation that this game is unfinished. So is it that he doesn't know his Metal Gear Solid lore, and that the pieces that are put into place in Metal Gear Solid 5 for some reason don't connect to him?
Or he's a fan like
or
we
he's
are.
really way too much of a fan and is like, this isn't explained at all, and this needs to be explained, and now it won't be because Kojima doesn't work for Konami or whatever. It won't be explained properly. You won't get the auteur's vision.
Now, speaking of the missing content, apparently the missing content is really big, really crucial to a couple of story elements. And the only place you can apparently see it is in the super fancy special.
Yeah, there's like a
crazy,
DVD, but here's the thing. I got a movie with my Steam copy. I don't know if that's the same one. I think it is.
You got a movie?
Yeah, for pre-ordering the game, I got a movie through Steam.
That's cool.
I don't know if it's the same one though. I've seen it. I haven't actually been able to watch it yet, but I've seen it.
Is it a documentary thing?
Yeah, I think it might be the same.
That might be the same thing, which is
it's called like Metal Gear Solid Legacy or something like that.
I don't know. I mean, that's interesting considering that the only place you can get that DVD is...
I guess it's because I pre-ordered it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
but we were able to get...
Because there is no collector's edition on
the
PC.
We were able to get the awesome special collector's edition through scouring eBay.
Yeah. I'm waiting for everybody to start selling off their bits piecemeal.
Yeah,
I'm just going to get all the bits later, Because, like, by the time I got around to thinking, by the time I was like, this game's about to come out, don't feel like spending the money on buying PS4. They're not doing collector's editions for the PS3. My PS3 disc drive doesn't even work anymore. I could get it digitally, but, when am I going to get the physical stuff,
Yeah.
So it's just like, well, shit. There's only a few physical items in that thing that I'm like, I need that.
Yeah.
And it's like that arm.
The arm.
But I want the Japanese arm.
I know, right? I haven't been able to find it. Nobody's selling it yet.
Yeah, those Japanese people don't let go of that shit. If you spend the money on a collector's edition, you're not going to let go of your Japanese arm.
Yeah. I'm not going to let go of my fucking
I just want the solid gold arm. Right. I don't want the standard Big Boss arm. You only had that arm for maybe an hour. Because once you start upgrading new arms... You're getting new arms. I fucking got a solid gold motherfucking arm.
I love how we were talking about that earlier, and you can pimp out your mother base. I got my mother base hot pink. I got my helicopter is fucking pimp purple.
I need to figure out if I can do that, because I just not noticed that before when I was looking through it.
Yeah. And you were talking about your gold hand, so you literally have a goddamn pimp hand.
Yeah, I have my pimp hand is solid gold, and so I'm slapping motherfuckers with it.
Pimp hand strong.
Gotta keep it strong. My watch the watch disappears, which is weird because the watch is there on the original arm, but then when you're any other arm, it doesn't have the watch on. Weird. Huh. Maybe I should get a solid gold watch though.
Get the Rolex.
Have you used the Phantom cigar much?
I've used it once.
Yeah, I think I used it once just to be like, "What does this do?" You know, and then
it's the whole
yeah, it just is that, and then you stand there for a bit smoking.
Yeah, I really love that song, but Laura apparently fucking hates it.
Yeah, I think she just like the
which, I mean, it gave me chills like a motherfucker. Probably because I associate it with the Metal Gear Solid trailer. That was the first trailer I really saw. That fucking
opening sequence. Now we will talk some spoilers here.
A very, very, very early, not too
like
bad.
Literally the opening of the game.
Yeah,
but we might be doing some theory crafting at the same time, so we could possibly spoil something that we don't even know we spoiled by just talking about
take
it.
Everything we say with a grain of salt.
If it's all conjecture and
anything that we do spoil will either be in the trailers or will just be a couple of theory confirms
or an hour after the game has started.
We won't spoil anything that is like, oh my god, why would you say that to me? Fuck you, you know.
But this is your big spoiler warning. If you just do not want to hear anything about this game when it comes to that isn't mechanics, you know, because mechanics are not spoilers. You know, you don't get spoiled on how the game plays.
Yeah,
You're talking about story elements or things that could be construed as story elements. If you don't want to be spoiled by that, stop listening now. Are you gone?
I mean, we're going to do it.
We're going to do it. Here we go.
Do it.
All right, so...
Opening fucking sequence.
Yeah. That opening sequence was fucking amazing.
It really, really... like, for a half a second, it got me bad, though.
Oh, really? Which part got you?
The character customization.
Yeah, that part fucked with me.
So, you start off, and you're in the hospital, just like your trailer. He tells you it's been 9 years, and the doctor goes on about some shit. And, helicopter? Oh.
This is P-Quad. Let me into the LZ.
But, so he tells you it's been 9 years, and he starts explaining to you that people have been looking for you, and, you know, now that you're awake, people are, you know, basically everyone wants you dead, the entire world.
Assuming the nurse called Cypher, essentially, right?
Most likely. I don't think that's been revealed yet.
But that's essentially what it seems like happened.
Yeah.
Nurse sees you're awake, cut to black, V has come to...
Oh, yeah,
and
right.
then cut to the bit with the doctor being like, oh, yeah, you're awake.
Yeah.
And
why they would wait for him to wake up, though.
That's...
They do explain in a cassette tape that he was... I'm paraphrasing here. Forgive me. In one of the tapes, Ocelot explains that the reason he was put there in that particular hospital is because it's run by Cypher. And the last place they would think to look
was somewhere that they control,
Yeah.
Because Major Zero controls essentially most of English.
Well, not even Major Zero. Apparently, Cypher... I had a misunderstanding with this, too. I thought Zero was, like, top dog, you know.
Yeah, Cypher... Well, the way he puts it is that Cypher and Zero have both been affected by parasites in the sense that the parasite unit, which is Zoff...
Well, not even that. What I'm saying is that, yeah, Zero founded Cypher, but Cypher kind of
because of all the proxies and everything,
and they're kind of out of Zero's control.
Which is the same thing that happens in the later games with the AIs.
Yeah.
That he puts himself in control, but then when he creates these other systems to control everything for him, they grow out of his hands.
Right.
But even then, why... but again, going back to Ground Zeroes, why is Skullface looking for Cypher?
Yeah.
If he is a part of Cypher and therefore controlling Cypher, why is he looking for Zero? You know?
Yeah.
And so it's like still a lot of fucked up shit. You did the mission Where the Bees Sleep.
Yeah.
Which I love the name of it. Where the Bees
Sleep.
And basically it's like the origin story of the Stinger missile.
Yeah.
Which is weird as fuck.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. It's like you're like, what the fuck's a honeybee? And you get there, that's a fucking Stinger missile.
Yeah. Oh, I just thought of that. Stinger.
Yeah, bees, stingers. But yeah, like that mission was a great mission. They'd start you off a hell of a long way from your
when we
target.
say way the fuck off,
you're on the other side of the area that they've cordoned off for this mission. You start off on one end, where you're going is on the whole other end
you go through,
of that area.
You were pretty much forced to go through, I think it's 4 other bases before you get to the main base. And the main base is...
got a fucking gunship flying around it on the outside.
The main base is about half the size of Ground Zeroes by itself.
Right. It's fucking huge.
Yeah.
There's a whole interior section. There's a huge outdoor section. Like... not to mention all this bit going before that.
What's great is that's the mission I got S on, or one of the missions I got S on.
Yeah, when you told me you got an S on, like, 'cause you told me you got an S on when you first meet the skulls, and that was before I actually did, and I was like, well, you kind of spoiled it for me. Yeah, but not really. I already knew you were going to meet the skulls there anyway, just because I'd seen bits of that particular scene and other things, or people talking.
By the way, so we're not spoiling anything for you. The skulls are the that's the name for the weird jumpy armored guys.
Jumpy armor zombie dudes that are in
the ones that are in the trailer that those
Dude, their
those who don't
first
exist.
appearance though, holy shit!
Fuck. Apparently you can get past them without being seen. I don't know how, but you can.
Maybe horse stealth.
I didn't.
I was on the horse. And I was like trying to get over the mountain, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
And they were still coming closer. And
I tried like tranking one, and he's just like, don't do anything to me.
What I did was I just fucking gunned it, and riding as fast as I could on the horse. Yeah. And these dudes are just
like jumping around you
right behind me.
Style.
Holy shit! And I'm like, oh fuck, bro, get me the fuck out of here.
Shit's intense.
Yeah. So yeah, that fucking thing, and that's like right after you rescue Kaz. Like, goddamn. But going back to the honeybee thing, you get through this entire mission. It's hard as fuck.
Yeah,
because it's big, it's huge. There's so many people. You have to call in a supply drop like halfway through the damn thing.
I called in 3.
Yeah,
because I'm tranking everybody.
Yeah, exactly. And you only have like 14 trank rounds, and maybe you can pick up some in some other base or something.
Yeah, but then your fucking suppressor dies.
Exactly. So, you're going through this thing as much as you can, and you get to it, and you finally get the honeybee. How did you do it? Because I tranked the 3 dudes guarding the prisoner. I was able to extract the prisoner.
Yeah.
And then get the actual location.
The way I did it was when you go up to the second base, which the second base, the one where the prisoner is originally, is fucking huge too. I mean,
the one with the bridge crossing.
It's about the same size as the other one.
Yeah.
And it's just this
There's like 2 separate halves, and there's this big-ass bridge with multiple levels on it.
Yeah.
It's
fucking
insane.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I was able to tag all 3 of them and slide down this mountain and come up the other side and then go around. And before they all got because I had to restart because I got caught one time.
Yeah.
But I restarted. I had to. But slid down, went up, and came back around the back of them, listened to their conversation through the binoculars, and then tranked like 7 guys. And he tranked one. He falls down. What the hell? Trank him. Oh, what the hell?
It's just a chain.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? And then I threw a decoy and inflated it, and then they obviously look at that thing.
Yeah.
And as they're going to it and like trying to figure out what the fuck this thing is, I guess I tranked 2 of them, missed the 3rd guy, and he turns around and reflexes me, and I didn't have any ammo, or I had to reload my clip, and I was like, fuck that, and slow-mo run towards him, and I had just enough time to catch him and just fucking toss his ass in CPC.
Should have done the dive and like dived into him.
I think I still would have gotten caught then.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've had reflex end, and I was able to squeeze off a shot.
Yeah, you can get them if you get them right after reflex ends and
before they say contact or hostile.
They can still say contact or hostile. I've had them say the full phrase and still catch them. I guess there's like a quarter-second buffer after the contact ends, and you. Can
sometimes it's weird. Sometimes they reflex on you, and then while they're reflex, they go contact.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they're going contact, and that's when it goes into reflex. Yeah. And I think it just depends on.
It's just like go through full reflex, and then they say contact.
Right. Yeah.
And I think
that's when you can get them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it just depends on how like close you are when it happens. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe like other soldiers around, that kind of thing.
That kind of thing. Yeah. But maybe it just doesn't see the point of screaming if there's nobody else around,
Yeah. Or they're just so shocked.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this guy?
So then you end up rescuing the prisoner and then getting the information.
So I rescued him and Fulton him out, and I got some kind of info from him. And made it to the other base.
Yeah, because he tells you where it's at.
Yeah, which is crazy helpful.
Yeah.
And I made it to the other base and, did my thing through it, sneaky. And went up the stairs and into the caves. And in the caves, I came across a couple of guys, listened to a conversation they were having. I forget what it was about. And I get caught by them once, so I had to restart that part. That sucked. And
I just have a hard time restarting because like I collect so many resources. I Fulton so many dudes. And then I get fucking caught. I'm like, no, I am not going back and doing all that shit again. Because then also, like, stats reset. Yeah. And I try to only Fulton the best.
Yeah.
And then those guys aren't there anymore when it resets.
They don't always reset, I don't think.
Some of the I've had it one time where like I had one base and everybody there's like a B and an A, and then they either somehow kill me or something fucks up, and I just can't get them.
I've seen it reset before,
and then they've reset on me, and everybody's like a C and an E.
Yeah, I think the ones that you Fulton out reset, but if you don't get the Fulton them, I don't think they reset. Is what it is.
That might be it.
Because
because I think
thing.
that probably is the thing. Because usually I'm fultoning those dudes out already, but then I die or something happens.
Yeah, I had the same thing happen. I was in a big base, a bunch of people, high ranks, fulton them like 10 of them out, and then get caught and restart.
Yeah.
And
but now those dudes aren't there anymore, and they're on your base.
Yeah. But anyway, so I go through the caves, trank those 2 guys, and crawl around until I just stumble upon the damn thing. And I get it, and I know I'm not supposed to use the ammo, and I walk out thinking, all right, so I'm going to get out of the base, and then this fight's going to begin. No. I get to not even the end of the caves, and then there's this fog, and then these motherfuckers show up.
Yeah.
Or the cutscene happens.
Yeah, the cutscene was fucking
We'll just call it the cutscene.
Yeah.
But, it's great.
Because it just fucking drops you in the shit. Because, the game has already been pretty straightforward with what's going on.
Yeah.
It hasn't been that obtrusive, it's not trying to obfuscate what is happening in the world. It basically straight up tells you everything. There are conversations on cassette tapes that you can listen to that fill you in on all the backstory stuff, and that's where you get all your Kiefer Sutherland.
You're definitely listen to the cassette tapes. I don't really care for Kiefer one way or the other. I mean,
I don't think he's bad, and I definitely don't think it would have worked as Hater. I don't think any of those lines or having a more talkative Snake with David Hayter's voice would have been better.
I don't think it really hurts anything, but I don't listen to him for Kiefer.
Yeah, exactly.
But definitely listen to him for story. There's a lot of explanation there.
Yeah, and hearing the way Ocelot talks about stuff. Excuse me. The way Ocelot talks about stuff and the way he talks to you, about things that are happening and what's happening with you and things. Do you remember this? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It's really helpful for you as a player.
Yeah.
Because it fills you in, not just on stuff you already know as a player, but stuff that, but also what is going to be important later on. They mention things, you're like, that might come up later.
Yeah.
But what happened for me with that mission was I wasn't able to get to the first base. So he was already long gone. He was at the other base by the time I get to that base. They're there with the prisoner. They're standing around in a circle around him at the very entrance of the little interior section of the caves. So I go through and I train in a bunch of dudes and trying to sneak up, doing some tactical takedowns. And I get into the thing, and I got 3 rounds left on the gun, and just enough suppressor. I was able to trank all 3 of those dudes that are standing around him, because they're still just standing there waiting to take him in.
Yeah.
I was able to extract him out right at the last second. Now, I did see Brad Shoemaker from Giant Bomb, his playthrough. They took the prisoner he followed the prisoner all the way down into the caves to the room where the honeybee's at, and they just shot the motherfucker in the head after they got it out of hiding. So it's they he's looking through the room, and you see this one Russian guy come out carrying this big case, drops it down on the ground, and they say some shit in Russian, and they shoot the fucking guy in the head.
Damn.
And then just fucking walk away, and leave the fucking shit sitting there in the room.
Okay.
And he just walks in and grabs it. It's shit. There's so many different ways you can approach this shit.
Yeah, and there's a lot of, extra shit and missions that you don't think of that really affect
I want
to
tell you about what I just did, but you haven't done that mission yet. It's not a story
I'm about
mission.
To play it.
It's not a story mission. But I can just give you my experience, and then you can decide to do it however you want to do it.
Yeah.
It's basically the whole mission is hey, there's this tank commander who we need to get intel on to figure out his movement.
Yeah.
And he's going to be moving these tanks. So there's multiple ways you can do it. I'll go ahead and tell you, you start off going to this village, and they park you right fucking next to this place.
Yeah.
So you just have to, maybe ride D-horse or just run. And you're right there. And it's fucking hard as shit to scout dudes out in this base.
Yeah.
Because it's just buildings terraced on top of each other.
Yeah.
Almost like the base that Kaz was in.
Yeah.
But they're fucking 3 stories high sometimes. It's god damn it. And there's so many corridors and just little alleyways. You cannot see anybody. You're standing there and you can see maybe 2 dudes.
I know. I hate those. I hate when you get up on top of this big ass rock and you're thinking, all right, I'm gonna see everybody. And you see one dude.
He's just walking.
And you're just it's not a feeling of, oh, this is gonna be easy. It's a feeling of, where's everybody else?
Where's everybody else? Yeah,
because there's probably 15 more people right on the other side of that building that are going to catch me.
Right, and that's exactly what kept happening to me. I kept having to restart that one, not because I care about like my rank or whatever, but because like it just kept going to shit.
Yeah,
like I would run into
this
a dude.
Game goes to shit quick.
I would run into a dude, and then fucking 15 dudes are on top of me, and then here I'm looking through my binoculars, and here comes 7 more guys running down the road towards me. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it seems like if you get caught, they do send people from
yeah,
other
they
bases.
do, and you can stop that. If you find their room with the radio and the blue lights, you blow up that particular radio, they can't communicate out. If you blow up all the satellite dishes around the base, they can't communicate within the base anymore to CP. So, yeah, there's a bunch of different ways you can go about doing it for that kind of stuff. Ugh.
Yeah. I love blowing up all the radio communications and shit.
Only thing I really mess around with is cutting their power off. There's nothing more fun than cutting power. Like when
I like blowing it up, so they're just like,
you ever
what
cut
the fuck?
on power?
Oh no.
There's one mission where it was the middle of the day, so all the generators are off, and I flipped the switch on. So, like, here I am, like, walking through this base, and all these lights are on in the middle of the day, and they're just kind of like, they don't even care. They don't care about that, but they give a shit when their power goes off at night. But, yeah, so I'm trying to, so, yeah, I had to restart like 7 or 8 times, and I might end up going back and playing again because it's a fun mission. After you get past that bit, but again, I'm just doing this because this is where the game's telling me.
Yeah. Because
what you end up finding out after you get what you're supposed to get is that your actual target is like 1,000 meters away.
Yeah.
But he's driving. And he's coming your way. You're like, shit. So you get the perfect amount of time. It's like they give you the exact amount of time after you get the information to figure out how you want to take this guy out.
Yeah.
And they give you all sorts of options just for this one fucking mission. They're like, well, you can go steal this tank.
Yeah.
If you interrogate a dude, he'll tell you there's a tank here.
Yeah.
So you can go steal a tank. Then there's another dude who will tell you, like, then you can get the intel and you know where the guy's movement path is. So now you're looking at your iDroid and here's this fucking line where this guy's going to be.
Yeah.
C4? That's what I did. Was I just lined the road with C4. And it was perfectly spaced, too. Like, I don't know how I fucking predicted. I parked D-Horse in the middle of the road so that they would stop because there's this horse in the middle of the road. Yeah. Then I just C4, a little bit down the road. And so they drive right on top of it. And then D-Horse starts running away because they're honking their horns at him.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, where the fuck do I go? And they finally get away. And as they start driving, I fucking blow it. And I blow up the front tank. And I blow up the truck. The truck in the middle doesn't completely blow up.
Yeah.
It just sort of drives off the road and then it blows up. And so there's only one tank left. And it's like, fuck. And that's when I had to pull out the missile launcher and start blowing shit up. Because that was the only other option. Of course, you could probably find a mortar and mortar the dudes.
Yeah.
You can probably find, an anti-air gun and take them out that way. Call in a bombardment from with Pequod. Hop on the helicopter yourself and do it.
Yeah.
There's so many fucking options. Because I'm sitting there thinking, like, that was just the way I would do anything. Anytime cars are driving and I have C4, that's going to be the option. But, God, there's 1.5 billion things to do. Throw a decoy out and have him pop up, and that's what stops him.
Yeah.
I just use D-Horse because that's what I had. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to stop him?
Yeah.
D-Horse park.
I really love this one mission where I forget what the mission was. It was just a side op, but my target was like up on this like 2nd tier building thing,
Mm-hmm.
And there was just people all the fuck around, and I didn't want to get caught because at the time I thought ranking thing, but I was completely out of suppressor rounds, and this was really early on before I really realized that you could call in supply drops.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm like,
shit, I don't want to fly back to the helicopter.
Yeah, so I'm like, fuck, well, I guess I have to go lethal. So I call in what was it? I called in some weapon or some item. It was some item, I think.
Mm.
And I call it in, and I'm going to set it on the map, and I don't like to set it right on top of me because, I didn't want to move from where I was. So I tried to call it, like, a little bit ahead of me. But I misread the map real bad, and it selected my target.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it selected my target, so it says, airdrop incoming, and the guy's just, standing there the whole fucking time. And I'm just like, fuck, I'm going to get caught. This thing's just going to fall. And they're going to be like, what is that? Someone's calling in an airplane.
Yeah.
No, the fucking supply drop falls down, knocks the guy out, and then I guess somehow the physics fucked up kind of bad because it knocked him out and then kind of glitched up over the side of the building and then fell down and took 2 other guys out standing below it.
Wow.
Which I didn't even know was possible.
I had one, I just randomly, it wasn't even a side up, I just wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted to go to this base because I was like, there's got to be tapes here. Metal Gear Solid 5 is like Tape Thief Simulator 2015 for me. Like, it's just like, I'm going to steal your tapes, motherfucker. Like, that's all I do.
Still haven't gotten take on me, though.
Still haven't gotten take on me. I need to find that. I'm going to go look through your strategy guide and figure out where that one's at because I want that tape. I want that tape and I want Blind with Me with Science. I don't know how I didn't get Blind with Me with Science.
Yeah, that's like a second mission.
Yeah, I guess it's like, I just didn't fucking get it. But then I fucking got Rebel Yell, and then I got, like, Kids in America. I did get Maneater. I did get Maneater.
I haven't gotten Maneater.
Yeah, I think that's the one I got on this mission. It was like I was like going tape hunting, and then I found the fucking Maneater in this place. So yeah, I going through this place, and I was fucking on point for this one. Yeah. It's like I don't know what it was. It's just like one of those like perfect stealth kind of runs.
Yeah.
So I don't even. It's in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And I'm just low crawling, getting by these guys. I don't even worry about trinking them. I'm like, I'm going to save these, And then I get to like a couple of dudes and they're standing over there. And then here comes this truck down the road.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit. I lay down in the grass. It drives past me and it stops. I'm like, shit, do they see me? Because like it just stopped like not 15 feet away from me.
Yeah.
In the same way that they stop when they notice that there's 7 dudes knocked out on the side of the road. It was just because that's what happens to me all the time. Is that here comes this truck after I just got done clearing this outpost and there's like 7 dudes just passed out randomly. So yeah, it just fucking parks and 2 dudes hop out and they just go walking up into the base and everything. I'm like, shit. There's just 2 more guys that just showed up. And they're going to see the other 2 dudes that I just shot. So I walk up behind the truck, and I just stick C4 like right on the ass of it.
Yeah.
And then I just keep walking and going on my merry way. And then I just, and as I notice them, they don't see the dudes I just killed. Because they went like this way, and those guys were over here.
Yeah.
So they go over here, and then they walk around a bit, and then they head back to the truck. And so as I see them driving away, I blow it. And the fucking thing goes like almost completely vertical, and then it drops back down, and they're knocked unconscious inside the truck, and then the truck blows up. So now they're dead in the truck, and everybody's like, "What the fuck?" And so everybody starts running around trying to go. And I end up interrogating a dude, and he's like, "There's an elite soldier up here." I love it when they say there's an elite soldier right here, and you look at the map, and it's the dude you're holding. Yeah. It's like, motherfucker, you think really high of yourself, don't you? So, he tells me there's another dude. He's on top of the building that I'm infiltrating. And so I, knock him out. And then I go up, get up there. And then I grab that dude and I Fulton him out of there. And then I hear, the faint sounds of Hall & Oates in the background.
Yeah.
I'm going to steal your tape, motherfucker. And go tape hunting.
Have you been attacked by a bear yet?
Not yet.
Fuck. Bears. Holy shit.
I have yet to see a bear. I've
come across 3.
I've seen wolves a lot. I've only Fultoned out like 2 wolves.
Yeah.
I didn't Fulton out the other 2. I tranked them. I just didn't Fulton them out.
Yeah.
Fulton out a shitload of sheep though. Because what I'll do is I'll see a pack of sheep and I'll ride through them as fast as I can with D-horse. And that knocks them unconscious. So then I'll hop up and I just Fulton the ones I knocked out. Because fucking keeping track of those things is hard sometimes. Yeah. They want to go. They want to get the fuck out of there.
So the first bear I came across, I was unaware of the...
I knew there were bears in the game, but I had not seen a single one yet.
Well, what I was unaware of is that they will fuck you up.
Oh, really?
They are tougher than any guard.
Jesus.
And they shake off a trank headshot like nothing. I literally... the first time, he kind of... kind of notices me. So, all right, no big deal.
Just a bear.
So I just walk straight up to him, point the gun in his face, and and I get the headshot noise, but it just pisses him off.
Oh, God.
And he runs towards me, and as he comes towards me, I get like a quick time event for not even a quarter second. I'm just like, what? And he just runs me the fuck over.
Did you get those during the skull fight, by the way?
What?
The QuickTime R triggers?
I got one.
Yeah.
The rest of the time, I just C4'd them.
Yeah. Well, that's how you did it?
Yeah. The C4 works like a charm.
I might have to try that.
But,
how'd you do it? Did you sneak up on them, or did you just lay it around and wait for
I
them
lay
to
it
land
around
on it?
and, like, you can go to the front of the cave and where they'll appear, and one of them will get pissed off at you and start shooting, and then you just blow them up.
Oh, okay.
And then a couple of them will start coming inside the back of the cave, and you just have it laid out. You can also pick your C4 back up.
Yeah,
if you don't blow it.
That's really cool.
But, anyway, so this bear, he runs towards me. Quick time event, I miss it because I wasn't expecting it at all.
Right.
And he just wrecks my day, and I'm down, like, red, like, seriously injured. I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And as he's running towards me, I headshot him 3 times in a row. As I'm, like, circling around, strafing as this guy's charging me, and you can't outrun him.
Right.
And I headshot him, like, 3 times, expecting him to go down. And he runs towards me, and just... I get the quick time event this time, and you dive off to the side whenever you do. But the thing is, if you're too early, then he just changes his path and still hits you. Or if you're too late, he swipes with his claw to the side and catches you on the tail end.
Oh my god.
So it has to be like a quick time event.
So it's even double trying to get this
Yeah.
shit timed out. Wow.
So, like, I jump kind of quartered off, towards him almost, and he swipes me and just basically bitch slaps me out of the air.
God damn.
Kills the shit out of me.
Those
So
fucking
I'm just
bears, man.
So now I've got a vendetta with this bear. And I respawn right there at the checkpoint, and I just happen to be right in the same spot.
There
like,
he is, just sitting there
I'm just
chilling.
like, all right, motherfucker.
Here we go.
So I kind of sneak up this time and get 1 headshot, 2 headshot, 3 headshot, quick time, jump off the side. 2, 4, 5, 6. What the fuck?
You unloaded a whole clip of fucking trank rounds in this bear?
Some. And they're all headshots. And at this point, I'm panicking now because he's really getting mad.
He's not passed out yet. This bear is not passed out yet.
And he runs towards me the last time, and he swipes me once. I fuck up, get up, and I'm just panicking now, missing the shit out of everything.
Yeah.
And then he gets up to me quick time as I'm about to be dead. And I, instead of doing the quick time, I
Just
leap of
shoot
faith,
him.
just shoot him. And he just goes down and slides right in front of me.
Oh, fuck. Did you Fulton the shit out of that
I
bear?
Fulton the fuck out of him. And when you Fulton him, it goes like by one leg, so it's just like he's like one leg, and he looks all like concerned, like Yogi Bear. Like, why would you do this? He looks all innocent and shit.
Motherfucker attacked me!
So he's literally like at eye level, so you just walk up to him, kind of like the Skullface scene, and you're just like, yeah, that's right, Yogi. Smarter than your average bear, huh? Fuck you.
He's like, I chose you once, motherfucker.
So I moved Snake up to kind of face to face with him, and then as he does, the bear looks at me just like, why? And then Fulton's the fuck out.
Yes. Oh, man.
I didn't tell my Xbox to record that. I should have.
Should get a bear buddy. I wish they'd give you
I know,
D-Bear. Just a bear in a sneaking suit running around missions with you. Be awesome.
Solid
Going
bear.
back to...
By the way, this is the Metal Gear episode. So.
Yeah, going back to some of the more meta stuff about the game, because it's something I was thinking about. We're talking about the story parts of the story being cut. What do you think is the likelihood that they maybe cut some of that stuff to be saved for paid DLC?
Well, the story that I read, which I guess you read the same one, said that they were just. It basically claimed that Konami was pissed at how much money and time was being spent on this game.
That's the thing that I don't get, though. Like, I heard that, and it's like, why not cut it from somewhere else?
Yeah.
You know? Why don't you find something, like, if you already have voice recorded, and it at least laid out, just finish it.
Yeah.
And then maybe cut it from, like, the collector's edition or something.
Yeah.
You know, or cut something from somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't release the PC version if it's going to save you the story of the damn game. You know, like, what do you know? That's the thing I don't get. I don't know. So, I mean, this game is going to make their money back. I don't know why they're worried about it. I mean, this game is going to be a profit center for them for a while too. If that, because I bet you there's going to be microtransactions. I don't call them microtransactions; they're microtransactions. Microtransactions for Metal Gear Online.
Yeah.
You know, I would not be surprised. That seems like fucking money on the table if they don't have, like, at least customization that you can purchase. You know.
We can only hope they don't go pay to win with it.
Oh yeah, because that would be totally shitty. I mean, like it already feels like I don't know why there's fans of Metal Gear Online out there. I know there are a lot of them because the original, both of the versions, you know, the one from 3 and the one from 4, neither of them are that great. You know, they're not great games, but maybe because the game is what it is now, they might be better. So I don't know.
Yeah, I can kind of see it.
I mean, it's like there's the multiplayer in like The Last of Us. Last of Us is not like a game you call, gameplay heavy. It's a very story-focused game. The gameplay's fun, but multiplayer just seems so out of fucking context for that game.
Yeah.
But it's really fucking good. From when little I played of it, it felt like you were playing that game, but the other people were other people.
Yeah.
And not and not computers.
Yeah.
And considering the fucked up shit you can do to other people in that game, their computers, doing that to real people is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Taking a broken bottle and stabbing them in the face with it a couple of times. Which I want that in Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. We call this
I tranked a whole bunch of dudes. This is just one of the random things I've done in that game. Took out an outpost, tranked all the dudes, threw him into a Jeep that I was driving, covered the Jeep in C4, drove at top speed off a cliff, jumped out, blew the C4.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Sleeping truck, explosion, Jeep, great. Game of the year. Yeah. As I was telling you before, I had one where there's 3 snipers up on a fucking ridge.
Yeah.
And
the fucking sniper spotter guy.
Yeah.
And then there's the other guy.
And there's the other dude who's there to spot you when you come up.
Fuck that guy.
So I come around the other way because I'd seen this setup before, so I knew what was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I come around the other way, and what I do is I throw a decoy over the dudes, so it lands on the road down there, and they're like, "Huh?" And then they see it pop up, and they're like, "What the fuck is that?" And then the other guy's still just. Oh, they're staring at nothing. Yeah. So then I throw a decoy right between those two guys, and then I pop it, and they go. Both of them are stunned.
Yeah.
And then that guy's like, "Huh?" And I fucking pelled him with rubber bullets from my riot SMG behind a shield. I developed the shield, so I just had the shield that had the right. It's awesome. It's just like I said, the most satisfying noise. So I'm pelting this guy with rubber bullets, and I got the shield up, and then he's out. And I'm faulting all 3 of those motherfuckers. And then I blow up my decoy by shooting it a couple of times.
What got me with the sniper team was the first time I went up there, the third guy got me.
Yeah.
And he caught me and was just like, oh, fuck. So I checkpointed.
Yeah.
And the second time, I got the guy, no problem. And then I sneak up to him, and for some reason in my mind, I thought that before I had held up 2 guys at once and it was just fine.
Yeah.
Apparently you can't.
Not this time.
Yeah, you hold up 2 guys now, and one of them's just like, well, fuck you.
Knife,
And he spots the shit out of me, and I'm just like, oh, fuck me, right? So I had to restart again.
Right.
And then the last time, I just said, fuck it, go full out, and killed the first guy, and then dove into the sniper spotter team, and knocked the sniper off the fucking rock and killed him. So I had to restart again.
Because he's the highly skilled soldier that you just knocked the fuck off that rock.
Yeah, so I had to do that mission 4 times.
So I just wonder, because there's some dudes who have everybody has guns.
Yeah.
So if you end a mission with their weapon, do you then have that weapon as part of your equipment? Can you just then equip it at any point?
Yeah.
So if I were to,
I don't think you can get ammo for it. I don't know if you can equip it or not.
Because I didn't really try that yet.
Yeah.
Because I drove off with a Jeep once. Ended a mission by driving off with a Jeep, and it added a Jeep to my inventory. Of course, that Jeep was then loaded up with 5 dead guys and flung off a fucking cliff, exploding. Yeah. But that's not the point. I'm just saying it did list it as something that came along with me at the end of the mission.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if but maybe that's just because it came along with me because I ended the mission in it. But I'm still in free roam mode, and it's mine now. But maybe I haven't actually been able to extract vehicles yet, because I'm gonna be extracting the fuck out of some Jeeps.
Everything. I'm already extracting guns like that.
Yeah, I've been checking emplacements, every fucking mortar that I can, every fucking machine gun that I can, every dude. I don't even care. Right now, I'm just like, I want to load up Mother Base.
I extracted a rat. Yeah, you can't Fulton them, but you can shoot them with a trank and just pick them up.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet. I've been meaning to do it to a bird.
I haven't tried birds yet.
Because I've tranked a bird. But I didn't do anything with it. Because it's like, cool, I can trank the bird. And I just walked away.
Yeah,
should have fucking tried.
You just pick up this rat and it does a little thing.
Now
but you know a snake just takes his mouse and just puts him in his pocket and just like eats him.
You're cute. Yeah. I haven't, like, the capture cages. I haven't even messed with the capture cages yet.
I threw them out and they're pretty straightforward. You throw them out and then just leave them.
And at some point you come back and there's a mouse.
You don't even come back. They just pick shit up.
The moment that they get, okay. Might have to just do that.
It does it like, when you get updates like so and so has made it to Mother Base, so and so.
So basically, does like rat has made it to Mother Base or whatever.
Yeah, it'll do like all of them at once, along with if you're in the middle of a mission, you lay them out. Then after you finish the mission, it'll do it or whatever.
Oh, okay. I haven't messed around with them. I just made them. Like you were talking about, you had decoys when you were doing the Where Do the Bees Sleep one, but I didn't have decoys yet.
Yeah, as soon as I could, first thing R&D.
Yeah, when I got them, that's when I saw it pop up finally. I was like, yeah. But mostly I was focusing on like I wanted to get like one of every kind of weapon at least, so I'd have more options. But then like now that I've done it, I'm like, I use the same gun because at least it has a suppressor. It always comes back to the fact that it has a suppressor. Yeah. I do have handguns now that have suppressors. But that's my trank gun. Yeah. Give me a trank sniper rifle, then we'll talk,
Yeah, I just got mine.
That's why I focused on trying to get that Riot assault rifle. Because now I have a primary weapon that is non-lethal.
Yeah. Is it suppressed?
It's not suppressed. But it's fast enough that you don't have to worry about it, Because it's still quiet enough to where they're like, what the hell is that? Yeah. But it's not, like, completely suppressed. Yeah. Like, it's not firing bullets, at least. You know? Like, it's still, but they will notice it, definitely. Yeah. They'll notice it in the same way they hear, like, a pot break. Yeah. Which pisses me off so much.
Yeah. That killed me the first time that happened to me.
Because you're just walking through and...
Yeah, I broke everything walking through the very first mission, just... shit breaking everywhere.
Stumbling.
And I couldn't not break something. Yeah. Because I didn't know. Like, you look at shit and it just looks like, this is just...
You walk close to it and here it goes... Doom, doom, doom.
Yeah, just everything. Like, there's a mat on the floor. Oh, that makes a sound. Fuck you!
Yes. That's this game in a nutshell. Oh, yeah, by the way, this makes a sound.
Yeah. Yeah, word of advice, just stay outdoors. Yeah. Shit inside just makes
going
noise.
Inside is frightening sometimes. I'm almost like glad that there isn't that many because like I saw this one fucking place. I have not gone to it yet. I think it might be the power plant. Yeah. I haven't been to it yet. There's a mission that's supposed to be there. I haven't gone to it yet. Yeah. I think it's either a mission or it's like I know they mentioned spoiler again. They mentioned that Quiet was around the power plant. Yeah. I don't want to go to that power plant. not just because Quiet's there because I want to do that fight. But it's fucking huge. Oh, yeah. Like, I was just near this place, and I saw it's just fucking lights. Yeah. And it was bad.
I know what you're talking about. It's about the size of Groznygrad.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. Because I saw this place from a distance, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Actually, it may be bigger than Groznygrad.
Fuck. Because I saw that.
No, because Groznygrad get that second outdoor area. Yeah. So it's probably almost as big as that. Yeah.
But, like, that fucking one... Then there's one that was like I think it's Unlucky Dog 1. Yeah. Where you're like it's a fucking prison. Yeah. And you gotta fucking get these dudes. And first time I did it again, I was still thinking like you side up. I want to. So I kept restarting it, not thinking I could just fucking go in here guns blazing. Yeah. And then finally, I only went in guns blazing because I got fed up. Yeah. I'm trying to do this non-lethally, but these guys are posted every fucking where. I had the weirdest fucking buggy fucking glitch happen. Yeah. I wouldn't even call it a glitch. It was just a random setup of physics and how the game works. Yeah. Like, I get close to a window, and I go to... I think I was going to Fulton a dude. Yeah. I was going to Fulton a guy, and then I end up climbing over a window accidentally instead. So then I climb over, and as I'm climbing back out the window, something happens to where I go out the window, I land on a sandbag, that causes me to jump again, which landed on another sandbag, then I jump onto a ledge, and it's just, I'm not even controlling it anymore. It's just a fucking Rube Goldberg machine of climbing off ledges to where I end up on the fucking ground outside the wall of the fucking prison. And then a dude spots me. It's like, what the fuck just happened? Just, and now I'm on the ground. I was like, kept trying to set it up again. I was like, what are you doing, Snake? I'm pressing buttons. I guess maybe me pressing buttons and moving the stick was also guiding it along this weird path down to the ground.
Speaking of weird glitches, apparently, I guess it's a bug in the Xbox version, or Xbox One version.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if everybody's getting it, but I found, because I looked it up after I was getting it, and there's some other people talking about it, but only like 5.
Yeah, it hasn't been out for that long. There's a billion people talking about the fucking emblem editor on the PC version. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's only like when you have words.
Huh.
Like the words lag it the fuck out.
That's
If you get rid of the words, it's fine.
Huh.
Like just emblems, circles, and pictures and shit works fine. The moment words come in, nope.
You get this weird thing. It's like, it doesn't seem like a console limitation. It doesn't seem like really anything to do with like rendering or anything specific.
Yeah.
It just seems like a game bug.
Mm-hmm.
Because what'll happen is it'll drop frames real bad, and then the audio clip and drop real bad, and then your controller input that you're doing at the time will continue until the lag out ends. It does this for like about a second. Maybe 2 seconds.
That could have been the same thing that happened to me, but I don't know. Like the performance on the PC is amazing.
Yeah.
Because even with the setup that I have, it's not like the best thing in the fucking world.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know the frame rate. I haven't pulled up Fraps while I'm running it to see what I'm running. You know, I don't know an easy way to check frame rate outside of doing that. I think you can do it through that thing, that Catalyst Control Center.
Yeah.
I think you can bring up like an FPS counter or something.
Yeah.
I haven't messed around with it, but it fucking looks smooth as shit. But the only thing is I have occasional moments of like just hitching.
Yeah.
But I think that's
pretty standard.
Happens, you know.
Pretty standard stuff.
I mean, there's also no telling what else is running in the background of this thing.
Yeah. And maybe a CPU limitation too if you get a bunch of enemies and it kind of...
Even then though, like fucking, I've had tons of shit going on at one time. Explosions, flares going up, helicopters flying, no problem.
Yeah.
I'd be fucking walking.
Yeah.
And then the shit will hitch. Like I don't know what it is. Like
that'll happen a lot with the Xbox One version. I mean, it's not. I have no problems, no hitching, no anything, no slowdown.
Don't let this mean that this game is a fucking glitchy, buggy mess. It's not. It is a technical masterpiece compared to some of the shit that's
Fox
come out.
Engine is absolutely amazing, and the vast majority of the time, there's no problem. I mean, I can go through 2-3 hours and never see a single problem, not even a frame drop.
Yeah.
And for some reason, every now and then, it just kind of does that weird thing for a couple seconds. I'll keep walking after I stop, and the frames will drop a few, and then the audio will kind of drop. And I don't know what causes it. I tried a hard reset, and it doesn't seem to do it as often, but it has done it. So we'll see what's going on with that. But what you doing?
Putting it on time. We'll see what time it was. It's been an hour.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can go ahead and wrap it up. Should talk for an hour about Metal Gear Solid. We'll end it on one thing. Not that we've actually, again, we haven't beaten the game. Your opinion on the lack of story. Have you really had a problem with it?
You know, to be perfectly honest, if I was absolutely 100% perfectly honest, as far as Metal Gear goes, I don't know that this is my favorite Metal Gear.
But as a video game.
As a video game, it's one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
As a video game, it's incredible. It's amazing. It's great.
Yeah.
But so far, there has been not that much story development. I mean, almost none.
Yeah, like the most you had, and again, spoiler warning, going to medbay, something happens. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, something really,
So let's just say, but this is like after how many hours of gameplay, and after how many hours of the one cutscene in Where the Bees Sleep, which is the last cutscene you had before this point.
Yeah.
Other than maybe the random ones you get when you return to Mother Base.
And even this cutscene is completely optional as far as I can tell.
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason for you to go into that place.
I mean, you actually have to go out of your way. I was looking for something completely different, actually, and came across it.
Right.
And, by the way, this is the second you fucking get medbay open, by the way, in Mother Base.
Here.
Go to fucking medbay, find the door that opens, and go in it, because it's a good cutscene. It's a real good.
Blow your fucking mind.
Yeah, it fucks your shit.
Yeah.
And it sets up something.
Yeah. But
like I said, the as far as story and everything goes so far, and granted, we're probably not even.
We haven't scratched the surface.
Yeah, it feels like
if we can assume that 100% completion means that you know every single thing there is to know in this game. If we can assume that, we're both somewhere around the 6 to 7% range.
Yeah, and this is after we both probably put 20 hours in.
Yeah, let's see. The game, I played the game Tuesday. The first started playing was Tuesday when I got off work. I probably played for about 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
And maybe get put in maybe 2 to 3 hours. We'll just go ahead and say 3 hours a day since Tuesday.
Yeah.
So that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then today I probably put in about maybe 2 or 3 hours as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, what, 5-6 days? That's
Yeah.
3 hours? So maybe 18 hours of game?
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking game.
Yeah.
That's more than a lot of
games that long.
There's games that are not 18 hours long.
Matter of fact,
know? I bet you I can actually check my total playtime on Steam.
As a matter of fact, Metal Gear 1 is 10 hours long.
Yeah, and we
Or
did
Metal Gear
it
Solid
in
1.
8.
Yeah. So we played Metal Gear Solid 1 twice.
Yeah.
And still haven't scratched the surface.
Still have not scratched it. We've seen literally 3 cutscenes. You know, if you consider the first bit one extended cutscene.
Yeah.
You control it, but it's basically one extended cutscene.
Yeah.
So, at the most, 3 cutscenes, and
Yeah.
one of those was optional.
Yeah. Oh no, there's one more in there somewhere.
Yeah, outside of like the random ones you get when you come back to Mother Base, and
Yeah.
there's like story heavy ones
Yeah.
there. But again,
Yeah, really short,
really short, really
to the
concise kind of things.
point. That's not to say that we're not we're not enjoying the game.
It's the weirdest Metal Gear game.
Yeah.
Fucking out of left field. I mean, even if you say it's Peace Walker 2, this game is still nothing like Peace Walker.
Yeah.
It actually fixes all the problems I have with Peace Walker in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
You know? Because, like, every problem I had with Peace Walker was, like, here's this game. It controls enough like Metal Gear Solid that I can play it and I'm having fun. But I don't want to spend time in this menu making this base for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend, I don't want to spend 30 minutes watching these cutscenes of comic book panels.
Yeah.
So here's this other game. It's like, well, you don't want to watch these 30-minute long cutscenes. Here's no cutscenes. Here's all the fucking game, though. And it's like, well, you fix the problem, but in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
I just wanted those cutscenes to be fully rendered and be Metal Gear Solid cutscenes, and
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Give me all the same shit. Do me fully rendered cutscenes.
But what I'm thinking is that we're just not far enough in.
I feel like it will start becoming Fast and Furious somewhere, like probably towards the middle.
Yeah, because every Metal Gear kind of does that. It's just this is such a massive Metal Gear that it's probably
like,
spaced evenly throughout like percentage of the game.
Yeah.
Because like Metal Gear Solid 2, you really go a good ways before cutscenes in some places.
I just have to wonder, like, how much stuff have we already missed?
Yeah, no, right.
Like, that's the thing that gets me. Like, I'm sitting there, I feel like I gotta do everything, because how do I know that something hasn't happened, or, like, I didn't go to the right place at the right time of day for something to happen,
And then
shit
the
like
medbay
that.
cutscene, God, imagine if we'd missed that.
Yeah, like, if I hadn't have known that, because I just happened to see somebody on somewhere, it's like, go to the medbay after you get it, and I was like, okay, I'll have to remember that, and then I got it, and I still didn't go, and I told you, hey, go to the medbay, something's supposed to be there.
Yeah, I had read something completely different.
But something else, yeah.
Yeah, and couldn't find that, but found this, and I'm glad we did. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Go to the
Like,
medbay. Really, go to the fucking medbay.
Go to the medbay.
God damn it, go to the medbay.
But again, you could have played the entire game. Unless maybe at some point Miller calls you and is like, hey, you should come to the medbay. Some bad shit.
Come to the medbay.
Some weird's going on. Like, I don't know. I mean, again, like you said, maybe it's not the best Metal Gear game when it comes to like wanting the big cutscene moments. But I mean, at a certain point, especially after playing 2 again recently and watching someone play 4, there's so many moments in 4 where you walk 10 feet between cutscenes.
Yeah.
Like a cutscene happens and then you walk through a door and another fucking cutscene happens. And it's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Just don't do that to me. Don't make me sit through no one of these cutscenes. Because, again, the acting's super hammy and bad, and the voice, and the character models look kind of off. Like, and that's Metal Gear to a T. It's what you come to the series for, but then you But at the same time, it's also the most off-putting part of the entire series.
Yeah.
It's why I love it. Yeah, it's why I love it, but it's the most off-putting part. And some people are super into it, like we are.
Yeah.
Some people are super into it for a different reason.
Yeah.
In the same way that they're into, like, schlocky horror movies, And some people don't even give a shit. And this game seems to satisfy all that.
Yeah.
Because it gives... all that stuff is still there. It's just presented in a different way.
Yeah.
Which I think is really intriguing.
Yeah. It's... The only way I can think to describe this game is the most beautifully organized mess that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful organized mess.
Like, I can just imagine, and it's got that perfect... Just a perfect amount of Japanese weirdness.
Yeah.
You can say it's Kojima weirdness.
The fucking posters.
Yeah, the fucking anime girl posters, that you can put on your fucking cardboard box.
And then you can slide in the box and slalom down the hill.
Yeah. And all the shit you can do with the cardboard box.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize.
Yeah, like being able to pop out the top and shoot dudes.
Yeah, the box is a fucking
being able to
mechanic
shoot
in
out
itself.
the back. Yeah, they get a whole mess of shit you can do with the box. There's tech trees for the box.
Yeah.
God damn, this game.
Yeah.
This fucking game.
Yeah. If you're any sort of Metal Gear fan ever, you really need to pick this game up. You probably need to... the other games you can get by watching on YouTube. A lot of them you can get by watching a story on YouTube and get the gist of it. Granted, they're great games, but you could really skip Peace Walker. And you could probably skip 2.
They give you enough... just watching that Peace Walker the movie thing on YouTube...
Yeah, that was enough for me.
Finally filled me in what the fuck was happening in Peace Walker.
Right.
Because I've read synopses, and I still don't get it, but being able to put characters to faces and being able to put names to faces and stuff for certain characters or motivations and voices and things, I'm like, okay, good.
Yeah.
Now I get it. I know who Hot Coldman is. I know who Dr. Strangelove is. So now I got this down.
Yeah. Even being a Metal Gear fan and playing a little bit of Peace Walker, I'm satisfied after watching.
I keep feeling like I should have played it. Like
I know it's like a nagging
because playing this game is just Peace Walker 2.
Yeah.
It's everything a Peace Walker fan could want in a Metal Gear game. But it's still everything a fan of video games could want in a video game. Yeah. You play this game and it's like, this is the most video game Metal Gear Solid game ever.
Yeah.
And because a lot of Japanese companies have made open world games. There's not that many though. And when they are made, they just have that touch of Japaneseness, almost too much. Like Shenmue is technically an open world game.
Yeah.
But it's way too Japanese. Yakuza series. The voice acting is not even, translated. It's all subtitled. It's just Japanese with English subtitles. And it's presented as this huge open world do what you want game, but it's so convoluted.
Yeah.
I feel like this eliminates that convolution, but still leaves some of that same Japanese weirdness, Kojima weirdness that you would expect from it. Like, they didn't make Metal Gear Solid Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
They made a Metal Gear Solid game that's in an open world. They made Assassin's Creed better than Assassin's Creed could want to make.
Yeah.
They made Far Cry better than the Far Cry people could want to make.
It's basically the best parts of Metal Gear Fallout.
Yeah. And then, it's also, and it's got a more alive open world. For an open world that has no civilians. Yeah. It's just a series of outposts and bad guys. It is more alive than almost any open world game I've played recently.
Yeah.
Because at least everything you can do something to.
Yeah.
There's not just random, flotsam and jetsam all around the place. That's just...
There's people that move between bases.
Yeah. There's activity going on.
Yeah,
they're doing
there's
stuff.
There's this big wide open fucking
I walked up on a
space.
dude, he was taking a nap on a cot.
Yeah.
I shot him in the head. With a trank gun, and I faulted him out.
Going back to Peace Walker, though, I do have guilt about not playing it because we do claim to be some of the biggest Metal Gear fans.
And yet we all shit on Peace Walker.
And yet we haven't even barely played Peace Walker.
And I've seen people who say they're huge Metal Gear fans who love Peace Walker.
Yeah, and I get it. I understand that because it does seem like the mother base development is really fun.
There are aspects of that game that seem really cool, and the gameplay wasn't that weird on the HD collection to where I couldn't figure it out. I get it. It was Metal Gear Solid meets Monster Hunter.
Not what I was looking for.
But it's not what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm perfectly satisfied. Don't crucify us for this, but I'm perfectly satisfied having watched through all the cutscenes on YouTube with Peace Walker.
I think that was more than enough because playing it is not that necessary.
Yeah, I mean, and even
because
the one that I watched, it goes through and like cuts out a bunch of the fluff and the gameplay, and it gives you some crucial gameplay, the boss fights, and cutscenes.
Watering down the Metal Gear Solid gameplay, and then watering down the Metal Gear Solid cutscenes, was the main turnoff for me when it comes to that game.
Yeah,
like the mechanics are off. I can't even go prone.
Yeah.
I
forgot about that.
Like it just lets you crouch. And then the camera's in a weird, like we're trying to do the subsistence camera or the Metal Gear Solid 4 camera, but with this hardware, draw distance is like 15 feet in front of you. Yeah. And then not having fully rendered cutscenes, just having the voice acting.
Yeah, that was probably my biggest thing.
Yeah, and even the codec calls were somehow worse than codec calls in the other games, because now it's just a static picture and text on the screen that takes up most of the screen. Yeah. It's like I don't even get a picture of boss, I don't even get anything that's interesting, just text on the screen.
Yeah.
And yeah, they had the same cassette mechanic and everything, which is super cool. But here it was more to fill in weird backstory stuff. Yeah. Not to replace anything. The cutscenes are still 30 minutes long. Yeah. The codec calls are still 30 minutes long. But now we also have 30-minute long tapes for you to listen to.
Which the tapes in this one, they're concise enough that you can listen to them, take a break.
And they split it up. They don't give you a 45-minute long tape. They'll give you 45-minute long tapes, Yeah,
and you listen to one, like they're grouped together too nicely. So you listen to one, gives you the information, and then you can pause and take a break for a second, then come back, and the second one picks up right where the other one left off, but in a good place. So it's like...
You can just fucking be running around, taking out a base while listening to a tape, listen to Ocelot tell you about the Afghanistan current events, like filling you in on what happened in the last 9 years. Yeah. You can have Ocelot tell you about... You have... Kaz fill you in on how he came up with Diamond Dogs and stuff. All while you're just sitting in your helicopter fiddling around with Mother Base.
Yeah. So whereas tapes before were almost like reading a book, wall of text, no chapter markers, no paragraphs. Now it's like these tapes are paragraphs within the book, and there's defined chapters as well. It's a really good layout.
It proves that the Peace Walker formula was a good formula, but when you improve upon it, it becomes even better. Yeah. It's the exact opposite with Metal Gear 1 to Metal Gear 2. Yeah. Metal Gear 2 proved that you can kind of screw this up a little bit. You know? It proved that you can go way too far with what people liked about this one thing. Yeah. When people say, oh, fucking Metal Gear Solid is just watching a movie and you play a little bit. And this is the original Metal Gear Solid people saying this. Well, 2, you want to watch a movie,
And then 4, you want to watch
a fucking movie.
You watch 2 movies.
Yeah, here's a 40-minute long goddamn cutscene right here at the end where you do nothing. You might press X a couple of times. Yeah. And like it's still awesome. It's great, but that's what you come to the series for. Yeah. And
they come for the story, stay for the gameplay.
I'm not coming to 5 for anything at this point when it comes to story anyway, because we kind of already know.
Yeah,
what we need
kind
of
know, but then there's the fill-in stuff.
There's the fill-in, but to me it's like, I don't really care. The game's fun as fuck, Yeah. What happens in the story is not going to affect my love or, it's not. I don't even think it's really going to have any effect on what I think about the story of Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, and I think this can be really called Kojima's take on making a game for people instead of just fans.
Yeah, for once for the first time in his entire career, it seems like he took into account feedback from other people.
From people that aren't already
people who aren't Metal Gear Solid fans. Because he knows what the fans want. Yeah. That's why he made Metal Gear Solid 4. Yeah. Like, he proved he knows what fan service is and how to give it hard. Like, he gave you 40-minute long cutscenes. He gave you fucking Meryl getting married to the dude that shit his pants in the first game.
Spoilers, by the way.
Spoilers for you.
If you haven't played 4 yet, get out of my house.
Did you get the tape?
Which one?
The one recorded by the toilet?
Oh, yeah, dude. It's just literally diarrhea.
You could set that as your helicopter music.
I wish you could put it on repeat.
I know, right? Just go constantly. Oh man, you can do. I don't know if you can do it with your version. But on the PC, you can do custom soundtracks.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You have to have them on your hard drive.
I've been meaning to just go and put a bunch, because I don't have any music on my computer.
Just put like fucking...
Like, there's a video from Dan
Slayer.
Reichert from Giant Bomb. All wrestling entrance themes on his helicopter. So it's like, here comes the helicopter flying in. I'm an ass man. Dun, dun.
I just want to like start a mission and get up to like the front gate and start a tape that has like a 5-second silence delay first, and then walk through the front gate and get spotted right as the glass breaks on Stone Cold Steve Austin's screen. And just start like walking through, not even running, just walking through, just
doing the
killing the shit out of
bionic
people.
punch.
Yeah,
That fucking bionic punch has the sound effect for the $6 million man.
I love it.
God damn it!
The first time I did it was
Game
by
of the
accident.
year.
The first time I did it was by accident. I had no idea what the hell that was, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
That
And
sounds
I
so
kept
cool.
trying to use the bionic arm like as a weapon,
Yeah.
like aim and punch, and it just wouldn't do anything. And I got caught like 6 times.
Okay,
then-
I had to ask. This is just, I mean, this could be off the podcast. How the fuck does a stun arm actually work? I have not been able. Do you have to like hold down L and?
Yeah, you target and then hold it down, and it spins and
Oh,
charges.
okay, all right. Because I had it equipped, and I'm like, it's just a stun. I don't know how the fuck to use this thing.
I mean, it's really weird to use because I used it once and it worked great, and then I tried to use it again. I guess I didn't have enough battery charge, like already.
Yeah, it's supposed to like be charging off the same like kinetic movement
Yeah.
and solar
I
power.
don't know. I mean,
too.
it's kind of poorly executed, but it's still.
So that's why I went back to the gold arm. Because I was like, well, I don't know how to use this thing, but I got this gold arm, and it's like free
Yeah.
to take it with me on missions. Like, it doesn't cost anything, so fuck it, I'm wearing a gold arm.
Yeah. We really gotta stop talking.
I gotta get back to this fucking game. All right, everybody, that was our Metal Gear Solid 5 talk. We'll probably be talking about it plenty more.
Yeah, I know.
in
I
the
said
future.
on the Facebook post this will probably be our last one, but it won't be our last one.
You can't stop this.
You can't stop the hype.
It'll be
train.
it'll be the last one until we get to Fallout 4.
Yeah.
But Fallout 4 will not be able to accomplish what this game has when it comes to systemic, dynamic gameplay that this game offers.
And
Fallout 4 will not let me load a Jeep full of C4 and sleeping guys and drive it off a cliff and blow it up.
It might.
It might, but I don't expect it to.
Yeah.
Fallout 4 will give me a piece of power armor, but Metal Gear Solid 5 gives me a dog with one eye. So, I think D-Dog, best dog.
Oh yeah.
D-Dog, best dog.
D-Dog based.
He is so sweet. He's just a sweet
cute
puppy. She's a sweet puppy. Did you get the cutscene where he tries to get on the he tries to get on the helicopter? Oh,
Beautiful.
broke my heart.
So SOGOpod rates Metal Gear Solid 5.
It's 20 out of 10.
It's
Ratings don't
unrateable.
matter. You have to
it's
just
a fucking Mobius
Just
strip out
play
of 10.
this game. Don't even if you're not a Metal Gear Solid fan. There are plenty of
Particularly
reviews out
if
there.
you're not a Metal Gear Solid
Particularly if
fan.
you're not a Metal Gear Solid fan. You can literally just play this game and have so much fun. Just pick up the controller and be like, I'm gonna go blow up this fucking building. Okay, call in a fucking airstrike. You can call in an airstrike. You can fucking go in there and shoot everybody with fucking rockets if you want.
Yeah. I'll say this. As a game, it's fucking 9.9 because there's no such thing as a perfect 10 yet.
Oh, this is a perfect.
It's
the
fucking
best
cool.
game.
9.9999 continued.
Yeah. Repeating.
As a game. As a Metal Gear Solid game so
There's
far.
such thing as a perfect 10, but there is a such thing as a 10 if 10 is not your perfect rating.
Yeah. This game goes up to 11.
Yeah, it's a 10 if like you don't consider 10 perfect.
Yeah.
If you consider 10 masterpiece, then this is a 10.
Yeah, it's definitely a masterpiece. I don't think there's a such thing as perfect. Because, as a Metal Gear game, I'll rate it as...
Because what you're looking for in a Metal Gear game, this game does not
Yeah.
offer that.
Yeah. What I came here for, I did not find. But what I did find was more than anything I could ever expect.
I think I never actually expressed it, but for me, when we were in our sort of spoiler, dead zone, like trying to avoid spoiler as much as possible until the game came out. What I was thinking at the time was like, the biggest spoiler for me would be that their story is lacking or disappointing.
Yeah.
It would be the biggest spoiler. Like, it doesn't even, you don't have to tell me what happens in the story, but just tell me that it's lacking and disappointing, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's not a Metal Gear Solid game.
Yeah.
But now I'm playing the game. Like then I was like, but I was convincing myself. I was like, but the gameplay the gameplay.
Yeah.
And now I'm playing, I'm like, the gameplay. Like, it's the gameplay. That's why I'm playing this game.
Yeah.
Like, I'm finding myself... I look at this fucking chair. You can't see it, but that's the fucking sneaking suit. And I see that, and I'm like, that's the fucking sneaking suit. And I'm seeing it everywhere. I saw an animal I saw a deer, and I wanted to fault in the deer. And, you know, like... I'm just, this game is on my brain. Like, yeah. I'm at work. Like, when I was at work, I was like, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. I was like, I can't listen to it. I'm trying to listen to a podcast, but they're not talking about Metal Gear Solid. I want to talk about it. I want to think about it. I want to play it, you know? Like, it's this occupying my brain.
This game is like the first time you fall in love, or when you find a new girl that's just too good to be true.
Yeah, this is that game right now.
Yeah.
I have not felt this way about a game in a very long time. Yeah. I think the last game I felt like this for was maybe Grand Theft Auto 5.
I don't even remember the last time I thought about a game like this.
Only because, like, again, give me the fucking world, and just let me make it my own, and we're good. Yeah. You know, like, and even Grand Theft Auto 5 doesn't come close to the amount of fidelity that this world has when it comes to.
I think the last time I felt this excited about a game was Skyrim, and when I finally got Skyrim, I didn't feel anything like this.
Yeah. It was a great
loved
game.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved Skyrim and was not disappointed.
But you got what you paid for.
Yeah, I got what I expected. And
weirdly enough, you did not get what you paid for with this game. You got something completely different.
Yeah.
You know, you went into this game, and we will admit it, we went into this game expecting Metal Gear Solid 5, and what we got was not Metal Gear Solid 5. It's this whole other game.
Yeah.
But it's still fucking amazing, you know, which is even better than getting Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
Like, if I got 4 Part 2... If I got Metal Gear Solid 4 Part 2, but not this game, I would be just as happy.
Yeah.
But for a different reason.
Yeah.
It would be because, oh, look how fucking silly and weird this game is, and now I got this, and I'm like, look how fucking silly and weird this game is, but you can fucking fault in a sheep out of nowhere,
you
know?
It's awfully realistic to be such a far-fetched game.
Yeah, and it's so far-fetched. Like, it does... It takes shit. That's the Metal Gear in the game right there.
Yeah,
taking shit so seriously, but then letting dudes get flown up in balloons and like having anime posters all over the place.
Literally having a fucking zoo in your
game.
We haven't been able to do that yet, but I've seen where you can have
an animal
nature preserve.
A nature preserve. This is a zoo. It's a zoo. And then doing the fucking you have to do it when you get up there. Climbing on the pipes in Mother Base is the weirdest fucking thing ever. When I figured out you could do that, there's these big, thick black pipes.
You gotta climb them.
Gotta climb them,
and
you just fucking press Y, and you're just fucking going up these pipes, and then you go to a point, and you can't. You're like, where do I go? There's a vent. You scoot over, and you drop down the vent. You run across the vent to another pipe, and you climb up that pipe, and it's literally the only way to get around the support platform because it's a convoluted mess of stairs and safety rails, and you're like, where the fuck do I go?
Engineers for you.
Pipes. Apparently, everybody uses pipes. I'm seeing dudes walking around like, where the fuck did you get up there?
We really gotta stop talking.
All right, everybody.
We keep saying we're done, and we're not.
We're done.
We're not talking. We're not done talking now, but we've got to be done.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. We love you. Bye.
No more bullets, and the embers are dead. Whispers in the air tell the tales of the brothers gone. Desolation, devastation. What a mess we made when it all went wrong. Watching from the edge of the circus for the games to begin. Gladiators draw